Hi there and welcome back to our channel. My name is Cynthia Wakeo, the Communication and Events Manager at Corporate Staffing Services. And today we're going to be looking at how to identify employee needs, training needs in your organization. And I'm joined by Paminas, who is our lead trainer here at Corporate Staffing, to explain more about this topic. Thank you for joining me, Paminas.
Thank you for having me.
So when we're talking about employee training needs, what is the role of HR in identifying these needs?
So one of the key responsibilities of HR, Cynthia, is to ensure that there's productivity, maximum productivity. And one way to do that is to ensure that the staff are equipped with the right skills and attitude, and even having the right resources to be able to deliver on the job. So one way that the staff can be able to do this, and the employer can be able to make sure that the staff are able to perform to their level best, is being able to empower with them with the right skills. And this is where training and development comes in. So it's the role of the HR to be able to coordinate with the other section heads to be able to understand where the training gaps, so that the HR then can be able to look at the solutions. Yes.
So when you talk about training gaps, then how do HR identify these needs?
So there are many ways, and to be able to identify the training gaps, some of them could be as simple as observation. So you see, Cynthia, you're the HR manager and you're passing by through our reception.
Yes.
You get to hear of how she's interacting with the customers on phone, and you say, wow, okay, she's doing a good job, but I've seen areas that she could be able to improve. Maybe she's not able to handle an angry customer. Or maybe the way she's explained the product, you've seen that she's lacking. So observation can be one of the ways.
Yes.
Another way would be through the performance appraisal. So let's say it's media, you've done appraisal on this person and you've identified, wow, okay, Cynthia is very good at her job, but she needs to learn how to do online campaigns, advertising. So if it's digital marketing. So then that would be a training need, and it's something then you can focus and say, okay, in the second half of the year, you're going to see how you're going to empower Cynthia on that. The other bit could also be changes, technological changes. So for example, now, remember the days 4 or 5 years ago, meetings would be in person. But nowadays, what's happening? A lot of the interaction, if there's no need for a physical meeting, the alternative is to do online meetings. So again, people had to be trained in a way. It may not have been formal, but they needed to know, how do I carry out myself? How do I even interact when it comes to online meetings? Another thing could be, so apart from technological changes, it could be also change in registration. So for example, this year we've seen changes in terms of taxes. So how you're supposed to contribute an SSF, how you're supposed to calculate these taxes, because KRA always comes up with new things every year. So if it's someone in your finance department, then they did need, for you to be compliant with the law, then you need to make sure that your finance person, they are self-taught, or at least they go for a training so that they can be able to have the skills to be able to deliver. So there are many, I would say, methods that speak on the training. On how you'll be able to identify the training needs.
So once you identify these needs, then what next?
Remember where we started. I said it's all about productivity. So you can't be demanding of employees and you're not doing your part. So it's given. If you really want your employees to perform at a certain level, then it goes without saying that there's something that you need to do. And one way to do that is to be able to train them. Some of the trainings you can do them in-house. You may not need an external person. Others, to make sure there's you get maximum value, it's better you engage a third party, and this is where we come in. Corporate Staffing Services, we are accredited by IHRM. This is the body that governs the HR profession in Kenya, and we also accredited by NITA. So I'm sure any HR watching this knows that you're supposed to be contributing as an employer to NITA, and with that then, I, as a NITA accredited, we can come on board. We've been accredited to offer training, various training programs. So we can come on board, we train, and then you pay us, and then you are reimbursed with NITA. So the starting point is, if you are thinking about empowering your people, call us for a free meeting. We get to discuss the needs. We see where we can be able to add value. And then from there we see, is it a NITA sponsored training, or do you have to cater for the expenses yourself. Yeah.
Thank you so much for those tips, and thank you so much for watching this video. As Paminas has mentioned, we offer corporate trainings to your organization, and we customize the training to your needs. Please contact us. We'll leave an email below where you can reach out to us, and we look forward to helping you empower your teams. Thank you so much, and see you next time.